Okay, so here is the Fortune. I keep wanting to call this the Threshold. I don't know why. As you can see, it's basically a prospector. I mean, it's got almost the exact same chassis. Obviously, this one has the year of the pig paint. I think it's a pig and something else. It's probably on the other side. And the paint actually looks pretty cool. Okay, it's just a pig, so I guess there's another paint. I mean, I'm assuming this thing is pretty updated to current vehicle metrics, so we could probably find like refueling thing out here somewhere. Might even have some internal storage on the outside. I guess that'd be external storage. This is taken basically where the mining arm normally is and replacing it with the salvage arm. These guys up here are the disintegrators, and I'm not crazy about that. So one of the things that we're seeing with this salvage ship, one of the important things that we see with almost any ship that they create, is that they've created their ships that sold the game, that made the money, that got the sales, looked really cool, sounded really cool, and then came into the game and were made to fit the gameplay that they funded, right? They didn't have the gameplay existing because the engine wasn't existent. So they sold ships that didn't have gameplay to fund the development of the gameplay to then bring the ships in to fit said gameplay. That's why the Vulture had to get a couple of things changed when it first came out, and why like there are still some issues people have with using it. That's why this ship, you can see, it has a lot of fixes that they learned from finally implementing salvage. So if you see the gameplay come in and then you wait a little bit, generally ships will come out that fit that gameplay a little bit better for ease of use, not necessarily like efficiency. They don't want to just completely ruin the whole point of having one of those old ships. But this ship is going to have some clear improvements over what they did on the Vulture. And that generally comes because it was designed after the gameplay was made. So first thing that is true of that is obviously the exterior storage. This is something that's pretty unique to MISC. So they fit it in pretty well with the lore, and it makes sense the way that they did this. But like the external storage makes it way easier to transfer this stuff between ships, which is, I think, something that became a lot more apparent as all this gameplay started to come into the game. The other thing that really stands out is that the salvage things are right here, and the cockpit is right here. One of the worst parts of the Vulture, from most people I've heard, at least who use it, is the fact that you have to go down a ladder to move the boxes around in the cargo bay. This time they put it all on one floor, and I think that was a really good idea. Although, that being said, it's really not that common for you to have a ship that small with 2 decks, so this makes sense anyways. Like I imagine they would have done it this way as well, but fact of the matter is I think this is going to fit a beginner for salvage a little bit better, but let's see how it performs. I think I forgot to say what I was going to say about these disintegration things. But basically, when I talk about the fact that they do these things, they change the ship's design based on the gameplay after they've learned the direction they're going in. Seeing them then take out a design that emphasizes like actually fracturing the wreckage makes me a little nervous that they're like not actually going to move forward with that despite the Maelstrom system. So I am wondering what this is communicating to us, that they're going in this direction in terms of fracturing gameplay. Okay, we got a bunch of anvil arrows that we can salvage. Pretty straightforward stuff. Why don't we go to Arc L2? It's not too far. Oh, I see our target. So you know what I really love? Missions like this is super close to the station, right? It's not like this was just randomly crashed here. Somebody brought this ship here. This is a claim that the company said, we're clearing this out. We've got legitimate salvage. Bring it to the station. We'll hire somebody to scrape it down and clean it up. The people who bring this to the station should be the Argo SRV flyers. This game should be putting out missions to go and get these things from the station or from deep space, tow them to the station and get paid, and then the game should give out missions to salvagers to come out and salvage that stuff. Like, connect us a little bit, you know? All right. Now we have arrived. Before we get started on scraping and destroying the hull, let's see what kind of stuff we can rip off the outside. Any weapons, components, maybe some snacks. Love snacks. I do have a helmet on, right? I'm traumatized. Oh. Got some weapons on here. Not bad sized weapons. But there's like not that much space on that elevator. Can I not use my tractor beam because I'm in Armistice? You can't even get the components off of the salvage claim. Dude, this is like... So this is I think one of the arguments against trying to split up servers based on who wants to be able to affect other players and who doesn't. Essentially, if we had servers that were non-PvP, like non-player interaction, this would happen everywhere you go. Because they would have to turn off the ability for you to salvage other players' ships in order to remove the ability for PvP. Therefore, you just wouldn't be able to, like, use these types of things on other players' ships. So it gets a little complicated. And that's what we see here. There are safe zones around the space stations, which is great because it protects us, but it's not great because then we can't do things like tractor stuff around or salvage things when we want to. Gotta pick and choose. You can tow it. I don't think this ship has a tractor beam, does it? Oh, it does. Look at that. Okay, so this thing can use its utility mount for two different things. That's pretty good. I figured it would have been a single attachment. Let's get this out of here. Come with me. Come on. Come on. I'm sorry, is there resistance in gravity? What's going on? Why isn't it speeding up? Like, I don't even know if this ship's got components on it. It's probably not worth doing this. Let's just salvage it. Wow, we didn't even do one SU of our... Okay, so we got plenty more to do. Now, just to pay attention to how much we're putting in, I think we spent 5,000 credits to buy that. Let's see, 1,000. So 1,000 credits for every buy-in. Let's keep doing these until we fill up. We'll run that through, and then we'll head to Pyro, and we'll try and find some organic salvage. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and try out the actual more obvious benefit of this. So this is where we're gonna put the cargo. These are two unique ships. Both of them store their cargo on the exterior. This is there's not very many situations in Star Citizen where two industrially focused ships both store their materials on the exterior, but do different things. Like most of the time it's been cargo related. So it's going to be interesting to see how these work together in this situation. And it's very easy. There's the nice thing is that there's just not really any maneuvering of the boxes. You can just drag it straight to where it needs to go. And I could just keep salvaging the boxes. They'll just keep going out there. Free him to pick up as he goes. See, another box just put itself on the outside of the other side of the ship. And it says the filler station is blocked, so I'll figure that out. Okay, so it seems like you want to make sure that one side doesn't completely fill up, or else you have to come back here and clear it out. So if you have a cargo ship that's doing this with you, then you want to have them get the last box before there's 6 on the grid. Okay, let's head to the Pyro Gateway, and we're going to drop off cargo there. I'm going to grab a different tool, and then we're going to head into Pyro for a bit. Whoa. Okay, derelict outpost, but there is a pirate out here. So I'm not going to be able to make an approach. What do you think he's flying? Can you get a reading?
I'll take him on. That's simple.
You and the Zeus?
Yep.
I will assist! My little pew-pew. Uh-oh. We've got 2.
3.
Oh boy. You gonna be good?
Yeah, man.
I don't actually think I can help. I could try and annoy whoever is in the most basic ship. Oh wow, they're coming right at me. Thought they were gonna focus on you. Okay. Yeah, they are in it to win it. Uh-oh. I may be in trouble.
Away.
I am in hefty trouble. I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, X4 is also getting a good update.
Why are you
I need a salvage ship with a turret on it. Ow! Ow! Oh no! Pyro's too scary.
That's a hawk.
I know I have repeaters, but I know I'm not going to be able to get enough time on target to kill them before they take my shields down, so I'm just going to try and use the mountains as cover. Where are my countermeasures?
Are you still in nav mode?
No, I'm in SCM. Ship's just dang slow, dude. Which makes sense. Oh boy. I'm gonna try and get back over towards you.
Damn, the hawk has a lot of HP. There's one down, finally.
Oh, thank God. This guy is on my ass.
On it. He's in the Hornet.
Okay, he's engaging you. Means I can come back over towards you and take this third guy with me.
He's dead.
Ooh, nice, dude.
Alright, where's the third guy? He's there. He's in the mole.
Ah, oh, okay. That's not as bad. Whew. Now I'm gonna salvage these jerks.
Well, at least there is no shelves now.
Yeah, that's right, buddy. Now what? Now who's getting the last damage? It feels kind of sweet to salvage a pirate that was trying to attack me. Victory! Got a couple boxes there. You want to pull them off real quick?
Yep, I was already checking if you had.
I'm going to go check that local base now and see if there's anything there. And then after that, we're all done. And now it looks like we've got some nice potential salvage opportunity here. So we'd have to be able to sneak on board, disable the shields. Really? So like this is an option, but you really want to make sure that you have at least one person, I think, that can cover your back. As people leave their ships all over in Pyro, so you'll be able to come around and find opportunities like this. But at the same time, this is an outpost. It's marked by Quantum. If somebody does come around, you're a pretty obvious target. Now, if I were a pirate, I would probably just come by, tell the salvager, hey, give me half of your load, and then I'll be on my way. But we're still working on that kind of creativity and piracy in this game. You'll probably end up just getting shot at and killed. The good thing is that Pyro is freaking massive. There's like dozens upon dozens of points of interest, and we still only have 500 to 600 players per shard, so it's not likely you're gonna run into somebody immediately when you're doing this. I think this is a decent look at the ship, and I also think that Salvage and Pyro is going to be an interesting opportunity for gameplay in this. I hope you've enjoyed these kind of first impressions, first look at the MISC Fortune. We'll be experimenting more with this in the near future, probably with the Org, putting this against the Vulture, and ultimately trying out, I think I want to try out more of this kind of gameplay in Pyro. This is actually kind of fun, having the danger and needing to strategize and stuff. I like that. So thanks for coming to check out the ship. Enjoy your lovely days, fantastic human beings.